I think we're good to go. Hey, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. The little babies over here. I don't know where the other one went to. But anyway, we've got more boring genealogy today. So what I'm going to do is, so it doesn't get too boring, is I'm going to do my comment of the week after my introduction, and then we're going to get into the into the Bible reading for today. Sorry. And then I'm going to go to the Today in History. Got a good one for you today. And then more on the boring genealogy. And then we'll wrap up. And this should be the last this should be the last time that we spend most of our time in the genealogies. Hey, zebra. So anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so comment of the week goes to Robert X. The Bible predicts that people... Oh, I'm sorry. This is from Genesis Apologetics Can't Science. And Robert X. The Bible predicts that people won't believe the Bible, so that makes it true? So any book that contains the line, people will deny X, is true by default? Or is this again special pleading for the Bible? Not that it ever did this before. Thank you for that insightful comment, Robert. Appreciate it. Alrighty. She looks tired. All right. So, let me stop my camera. Let me share my screen. Whoops. Wrong screen to share. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Can you see that? Yep. All right. Hey, Robert. You got comment of the week today, or this week. You got comment of the week. All right. Now we're going on with our reading, and then to break it up, I'll do Today in History, and then we'll finish it up with the rest of the reading for this week. All righty. So, First Chronicles chapter 5. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, he was the firstborn, but when he defiled his father's marriage bed, his rights as firstborn were given to the sons of Joseph, son of Israel. Not exactly sure how that worked, but anyway. So he could not be listed in the genealogical record in accordance with his birthright. And though Judah was the strongest of his brothers and a ruler came from him, the rights of the firstborn belonged to Joseph. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi, the descendants of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reiah his son, Baal his son, and Bera his son, whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, took into exile. Bera was a leader of the Reubenites. Their relatives by clans listed according to their genealogical records: Jael, the chief, Zechariah, and Bela, son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel. They settled in the area from Auror to Nebo and Baal Meon. To the east, they occupied the land up to the edge of the desert that extends to the Euphrates River because their livestock had increased in Gilead. Verse 10. During Saul's reign, they waged war against the Hagrites, who were defeated at their hands. Sure, whatever. I'm not gonna haggle with that. I mean, we don't even know whether Saul was, from what we can put together, Saul was more of a chieftain than he was a king. Okay, moving on. They occupied the dwellings of the Hagrites throughout the entire region east of Gilead. The Gadites lived next to them in Bashan as far as Salekah. Joel was the chief, Shapham the second, then Jani, then Shaphat in Bashan. Their relatives by family were Michael, Meshulam, Sheba, Jorai, Jachin, Zia, and Eber, 7 in all. These were the sons of Abihail, son of Huri, the son of Jerorah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshishai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz. Ahi, son of Abdiel, the son of Gunai, was the head of their family. The Gadites lived in Gilead and Bashan and its outlying villages, and on all the pastoral lands of Sharon as far as they extended. All these were entered into the genealogical records during the reigns of Jotham, king of Judah, and Jeroboam, king of Israel. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and half-tribe of Manasseh had 44,760 men ready for military service, able-bodied men who could handle shield and sword, who could use a bow, and who were trained for battle. They waged war against the Hagrites, Jeter, Naphish, and Nodab. They were helped in fighting them, and God delivered the Hagrites and all their allies into their hands because they cried out to him during the battle. He answered their prayers because they trusted in him. All right, I want to say something right now. Of course, none of this is historical. And I mean, really, God answering prayers? No, God doesn't answer prayers. He's not, he already knows what he's going to do, okay, people? So, moving on. Verse 21, they seized the livestock of the Hagrites, 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, and 1,000 donkeys. They also took 100,000 people captive, and many others fell slain because the battle was God's, and they occupied the land until the exile. Yeah, or maybe, and I mean, you might want to think about this. Maybe you just had the upper hand because you had more people or better trained people. Just a suggestion. All right, moving on. The people of the half-tribe of Manasseh were numerous. They settled in the land from Bashan to Baal Hermon, that is, to Seir, Mount Hermon. These were the heads of their family: Epher, Ishi, Eliel, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hodaviah, and Jadiel. They were brave. Oh, hang on. They were brave warriors, famous men, and heads of their family, but they were unfaithful to the God of their ancestors and prostituted themselves to the gods of the peoples of the land whom God had destroyed before them. No, that is false. That is categorically false. The Israelites were Canaanites mixed with probably some sea peoples. They didn't rise after the collapse of the Bronze Age, so we're talking about Iron Age here. So anyway, moving on. I wouldn't have to keep picking on their history if they got history right, but they don't. So anyway, moving on. Verse 26. So the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Syria, that is, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, who took the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh into exile. He took them to Hala, Habor, Hara, and the river of Gozan, where they are to this day. The sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Sons of Kohath: Amram, Issachar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. Sons of Aaron: Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar was the father of Phinehas. Phinehas was the father of Abishua. Abishua the father of Buki. Buki the father of Uzi. Uzi the father of Zerahiah, the father of Marios, the father of Amariah, the father of Ahitub, the father of Zadok, father of Ahimaaz, father of Azariah, father of Johanan, the father of Azariah. It was he who served as priest in the temple Solomon built in Jerusalem. Azariah, the father of Amariah, the father of Ahitub, the father of Zadok, the father of Shallum, the father of Hilkiah, the father of Azariah, the father of Sariah, and Sariah, father of Josedek. Josedek was deported when the Lord sent Judah and Jerusalem into exile by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These are the names of the son of Gershon: Libni and Shimei. The sons of Kohath: Amram, Issachar, Hebron, and Uzziel. Son of Merari: Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites listed according to their fathers: of Gershon, Libni, his son; Jahath, his son; Zimmah, his son; Joah, his son; Iddo, his son; Zerah, his son; and Jetheri, his son. The descendants of Kohath: Aminadab, his son; Korah, his son; Asir, his son; Elkanah, his son; Abiasaph, his son; Asir, his son; Tahath, his son; Uriel, his son; Uzziah, his son; and Shaul, his son. The descendants of Elkanah: Amasai, Ahimath; Elkanah, his son; Zophai, his son; Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Jeroham his son, Elkanah his son, and Samuel his son. Sons of Samuel, Joel the firstborn, and Abijah's second son, the descendants of Merari, Mal Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzzah his son, Shemiah his son, Haggiah his son, and Isaiah his son. These are the men David put in charge of the music in the house of the Lord after the ark came to rest there. They ministered with the music before the tabernacle, the tent of meeting, until Solomon built the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. They performed their duties according to the regulations laid down for them. Here are the men who served, together with their sons, from the Kohathites: Heman, He-Man, and the masters of the universe. I'm sorry. I have to figure out a way to make this somewhat interesting. Yeah, right, Robert X. They've always got an answer, you know, always. It's like, don't you people see? Heman the musician, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Eliel, son of Toa, son of Zuph, son of Elkanah, son of Mahath, son of Amasai, son of Elkanah, son of Joel, son of Azariah, son of Zephaniah, son of Taheth, son of Asir, son of Abiasaph, the son of Korah, son of Issachar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, son of Israel, and Heman's associate, Asaph, who served at his right hand. Huh. Do you think Asaph's other name would have been Duncan? For those of you who don't get the joke, Duncan was in on the secret of He-Man's true identity. I don't know. It's on YouTube. Just type in He-Man and you'll find the series. All right, moving on. Asaph, son of Berechiah, son of Shemiah, son of Michael, son of Beziah, son of Milkijah, son of Ethni, son of Zerah, son of Adiah, son of Ethan, son of Zimmah, son of Shimei, son of Jahath, son of Gershon, son of Levi, and from their associates the Merarites at his left hand, Ethan, son of Kishi, son of Abdi, son of Malach, son of Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, son of Hilkiah, son of Amzi, son of Bani, son of Shemer, son of Mali, son of Mushi, son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their fellow Levites were assigned to all other duties of the tabernacle, the house of God, but Aaron and his descendants were the ones who presented offerings on the altar of the burnt offering and on the altar of incense in connection with all that was done in the most holy place, making atonement for Israel in accordance with all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded. These were the descendants of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abishua his son, Buki his son, Uzi his son, Zerahiah his son, Meraioth his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Zadok his son, and Ahimaaz his son. These were the locations of their settlements allotted as their territory. They were assigned to the descendants of Aaron, who were from the Kohathite tribe, because the first lot was for them. They were given Hebron and Judah with its surrounding pasture lands, but the fields and villages around the city were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So the descendants of Aaron were given Hebron, a city of refuge, and Libnah, Jatir, Eshtemoa, Helon, Debir, Ashan, Judah, and Beth Shemesh, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Benjamin, they were given Gibeon, Geba, Elameth, and Anathoth, together with their pasture lands. The total number of towns distributed among the Kohathite clans came to 13. The rest of Kohath's descendants were allotted 10 towns in the clans of half the tribe of Manasseh. The descendants of Gershon, clan by clan, were allotted 13 towns from the tribes of Issachar, Asher, and Naphtali, from the part of the tribe of Manasseh that is in Bashan. The descendants of Merari, clan by clan, were allotted 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites gave the Levites these towns and their pasture lands from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. They allotted the previously named towns. Some of the Kohathite clans were given as their territory towns from the tribe of Ephraim. In the hill country of Ephraim, they were given Shechem, a city of refuge, and Gezer, Jokmeam, Beth Horon, Aijalon, and Gath Rimmon, together with their pasture lands. And from half the tribe of Manasseh, the Israelites gave Asher and Bileam, together with their pasture lands, to the rest of the Kohathite clan. The Gershonites received the following: from the clan of the half tribe of Manasseh, they received Golan and Bashan, and also Ashtaroth, together with their pasture land. From the tribe of Issachar, they received Kedesh, Daberath, Ramoth, and Enem, together with their pasture lines. From the tribe of Asher, they received Mashal, Abdon, Hokuk, Rehob, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Naphtali, they received Kedesh in Galilee, Hammon, and Kiriath, together with their pasture lands. The Merarites, the rest of the Levites, received the following: from the tribe of Zebulun, they received Jokneam, Karta, Rimino, and Tabor, together with their pasture lands. From the tribe of Reuben, across the Jordan east of Jericho, they received Bezer in the wilderness, Jaza, Kedemoth, and Metheth, together with their pasture lands. And from the tribe of Gad, they received Ramoth and Gilead, Mahanaim, Heshbon, and Jazer, together with their pasture lands. All right. Thank God. Now we can take a break from this nonsense. Does anyone else besides me get the feeling that they just ran out of names and so they just started recycling names? Hey, Limited. Anybody else get that feeling? Like, oh, we need more names. Oh, let's just recycle some names. That ought to do it. Yeah. All right. So, today in history. Hang on. Gotta wet my whistle. All those tongue twister names gave me a dry mouth. All right, today in history. Civil Rights Act of 1964. This is in America, by the way. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, enacted July 2nd, 1964, is a landmark civil rights and labor law in the United States that outlaws discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. It prohibits unequal application of voter registration requirements, racial segregation in schools and public accommodations, and employment discrimination. The act remains one of the most significant legislative achievements in American history. Honestly, we shouldn't have needed that, but since we did, I'm glad it got passed. Obviously, nobody should be discriminated against. That's just fucked up. Alrighty. All right, let's get back to this mess. We got 2 more chapters to go. Sons of Issachar, Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron, 4 in all. Sons of Tola, Uzi, Raphai, Jeriel, Jama, Ibsam, and Samuel, heads of the family during the reign of David. The descendants of Tola listed as fighting men in their genealogy numbered 22,600. Somehow I doubt that. Nope, that wasn't in there. That was me. Somehow I doubt that. Son of Uzi, Izrahiah, sons of Izrahiah, Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Ishiah. All 5 of them were chiefs. According to their family genealogy, they had 36,000 men ready for battle, for they had many wives and children. The relatives who were fighting men belonging to all the clans of Issachar, as listed in the genealogy, were 87,000 in all. 3 sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, and Jediel. Sons of Bela, Esben, Uzi, Uzziel. Jeremiah and Eri, heads of families, 5 in all. Their genealogy record listed 22,034 fighting men. Sons of Becher, Zimri, Joash, Eleazar, Elionai, Omri, Jeremiah, Abijah, Anathoth, and Elamith. All these were the sons of Becher. Their genealogical record listed the heads of the family and 20,200 fighting men. Sons of Jediel, Bilam, sons of Bilhan, Jush, I don't know, Benjamin, Ehud, Kenana, Zethan, Tarshish, and Ahishahar. All these sons of Jediel were heads of families. There were 17,200 fighting men ready to go out to war. The Shuppites and Huppites were the descendants of Ir, and the Hushites the descendants of Aher. The sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, Gunai, Jezer, and Shillem, the descendants of Bilhah. The descendants of Manasseh, Israel, with his descendant through his Aramean concubine. She gave birth to Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir took a wife from among the Huppites and Shuppites. His sister's name was Maacah. Hang on. Another descendant was named Zelophehad, who had only daughters. And we don't care about those goddamn daughters because we only like sons. That was how they thought back in the day. Sorry about that. Machir's wife Maacah gave birth to a son and named him Peresh. His brother was named Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rechem. Sons of Ulam, Bedin. These were the sons of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh. His sister Hamoleketh gave birth to Ishtad. Abiezer and Malo, sons of Shemitah, were Ahian, Shechem, Likai, and Eniam. The descendants of Ephraim, Shuthelah buried his son, Tahath his son, Eliada his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, and Shuthalah his son. Ezer and Eliad were killed by the native-born men of Gath who, excuse me, when they went down to seize their livestock. Their father Ephraim mourned for them many days, and his relatives came to comfort him. Then he made love to his wife again. She became pregnant, gave birth to a son. He named him Beriah because there had been misfortune in his family. His daughter was Shira, who built Lower and Upper Beth Horon, as well as Uz and Shira. Rapha was his son, Resheph his son, Tela his son, Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, and Joshua his son. Their lands and settlements included Bethel and its surrounding villages, Naran to the east, Gezer and its villages to the west, and Shechem and its villages, all the way to Aya and its villages. Along the borders of Manasseh were Bethshan, Tanakh, Megiddo, and Dor, together with their villages. The descendants of Joseph, son of Israel, lived in these towns. Sons of Ashner, Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, Beriah, their sister was Sarah. Sons of Beriah, Heber and Melchiel, who was the father of Bersith. Heber was the father of Japhlet, Shomer, and Hotham, and of their sister Shua. Sons of Japhlet, Pasik, Bimel, and Ashavith. These were Japhlet's sons. Sons of Shomer, Ahi, Roga, Huba, and Aram. Sons of his brother Helam, Zophah, Imnah, Sheleth, and Amal. Sons of Zophah, Zua, Harfer, Shul, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Hod, Shama, Shilsha, Ithran, and Bera. Sons of Jepher, Jephunah, Pispa. Sounds like piss poor. I'm sorry, I've got to have my fun, people. Let me have my fun. And Ara, sons of Ula, Ara, Haniel, and Rizia. All these were descendants of Asher, heads of family, choice men, brave warriors, and outstanding leaders. The number of men ready for battle as listed in their genealogy was 26,000. Benjamin was the father of Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel, the second son, Ahara, the third, Noha, the fourth, and Rapha, the fifth. Sons of Bela were Adar, Gera, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoa, Geru, Shephuphim, and Huron. These were the descendants of Ehud, who were heads of families of those living in Gibeon, and were deported to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, who deported them, and who was the father of Uzzah and Ahihud. Sons were born to Shaharim and Moab after he divorced his wives Hushem and Bara by his wife Hodash. He had Jobab, Zibiah, Misha, and Malcolm, Jews, Sakia, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of families. By Hushem he had Abitub and Elpel. Sons of Elpel, Eber, Misham, Shemin, and Beriah and Shema, who were heads of their families, of those living in Ajalon, and who drove out the inhabitants of Gath. Ahio, Shashak, Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ishpa, and Joha were the sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmerai, Isliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpel. Jacob, Zikri, Zabdi, Elani, Zilathai, Eliel, Adiah, Beriah, and Shimrith were the sons of Shimei. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, and Thothijah, Iphdaiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamsharai, Shahariah, Athaliah, Jarishiah, Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Jeroham. All these were heads of families, chiefs as listed in their genealogies, and they lived in Jerusalem. Jael, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon. Like, duh. His wife's name was Maacah, and his firstborn son was Abdon, followed by Zerkish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth, who was the father of Shemiah. They too lived near their relatives in Jerusalem. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish the father of Saul, Saul the father of Jonathan, Melchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal, son of Jonathan, Meribaal, who was the father of Micah, sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Teriah, and Ahaz. Ahaz was the father of Jehodiah. Jehodiah was the father of Elameth. Thank you, Robert X. Jesus fucking Christ. How many more do we have here? Asmaveth and Zimri was the father of Mosa. Mosa was the father of Biniah. Rapha was his son. Elizo, his son. Azal, his son. Azal had 6 sons, and these were their names: Azrikam, Bochera, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azael, the sons of his brother Eshek, Ulim, firstborn Jush, second son Eliphalet, the third. The sons of Ulim were brave warriors who could handle the bow. They had sons and grandsons, 150 in all. All these were descendants of Benjamin. Chapter 9. Last chapter, people. Last chapter. All Israel was listed in the genealogies recorded in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah. They were taken captive to Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. I doubt that. The Babylonians were probably just stronger than they were, especially seeing as how even in the United Kingdom, which didn't last very long. I mean, the United Kingdom fell apart as soon as Solomon died. So we have the United Kingdom from David to Solomon. So basically 2 generations of a United Kingdom. Now, the first to resettle on their own property in their own towns were some Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. Those from Judah, from Benjamin, and Ephraim, and Manasseh, who lived in Jerusalem, were Uthai, son of Ammihud, son of Omri, son of Imri, son of Bani, a descendant of Perez, son of Judah, of the Shilonites, Isaiah, the firstborn, and his sons of the Zerahite. Oh, good, they're finally getting tired. The people from Judah numbered 690 of the Benjamites. Salu, son of Shulam, son of Hodaviah, son of Hasanua, Ibniah, son of Joroham, Elah, son of Uzai, son of Mikri, Meshulam, son of Jephatiah, son of Ruel, son of Ibnijah. The people from Benjamin, as listed in their genealogies, number 956. All these men were heads of their families. Of the priests, Jediah, Jehoram, Jachin, Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshulam, son of Zadok, son of Meraioth, son of Ahitub, the official in charge of the house of God, Adiah, son of Jeroham, son of Pashur, son of Makijah, and Messai, son of Ediel, son of Jezerah, son of Meshullam, son of Meshilemith, the son of Immer, priests who were heads of family, numbered 1,760. They were able men responsible for ministering in the house of God. Of the Levites, Shemaiah, son of Hashab, son of Izracham, son of Hashabiah, the Merarite, Bakbakar, Harish, Galel, Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Galel, son of Jeduthun, Beruchiah, son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of the Netophathites, the gatekeepers, Shallum, Achim, Taman, Ahiman, and their fellow Levite Shallum, their chief, being stationed at the king's gate on the east up to the present time. These were the gatekeepers belonging to the camps of the Levite Shallum, son of Kor, son of Abiezer, son of Korah, and his fellow gatekeepers from his family, the Korathites, were responsible for guarding the thresholds of the tent, just as their ancestors had been responsible for guarding the entrance of the dwelling of the Lord. In earlier times, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, was the official in charge of the gatekeepers, and the Lord was with him. Zechariah, son of Meshelemiah, was the gatekeeper at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Altogether, chosen to be gatekeepers at the thresholds, numbered 212. They were registered by genealogy in their villages. The gatekeepers had been assigned to their positions of trust by David and Samuel the seer. They and their descendants were in charge of guarding the gates of the house of the Lord, the house called the tent of meeting. The gatekeepers were on the four sides, east, west, north, and south. Their fellow Levites in villages had to come from time to time and share their duties for 7-day periods, but the four principal gatekeepers, who were Levites, were entrusted with the responsibility for the rooms and treasuries in the house of God. They would spend the night stationed around the house of God because they had to guard it, and they had charge of the key for the opening of it each morning. Some of them were in charge of the articles used in temple service. They counted them when they were brought in and when they were taken out. Others were assigned taking care of the furnishings and all the other articles, the sanctuary, as well as the special flour, wine, and olive oil, incense, and spices. But some of the priests took care of mixing the spices. A Levite named Mattathiah, the firstborn of Shallum the Korathite, was entrusted with the responsibility for baking the offering bread. Some of the Korathites, fellow Levites, were in charge of preparing for every Sabbath the bread set out on the table. Those who were musicians, head of Levite families, stayed in the rooms of the temple and were exempt from other duties because they were responsible for work night and day. All these were heads of Levite families, chiefs, as listed in Jerusalem. Jael, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon. Are we doing this again? Yeah, I think we're doing this again. I think they're just repeating themselves. I mean, come on, people. Couldn't you at least have, dreamt up some other names instead of repeating ad nauseum like Shalom and Mahaliath and what the fuck ever, you know? Anyway, well, that was boring. About the only thing that was interesting was comment of the week and today in history. And no, I am not going into what happened for the past 2 weeks in the United States. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just say blue states are safe. Let's just say that. There are two basic parties in America. The Democrats, who are represented by blue, and the Republicans, which are represented by red. And the blue states are safe. Republican states are iffy. So, yeah, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, if you like this, and I know it was pretty boring, but if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and if you would like to and have the financial wherewithal to become a member, you can join for as little as 99 cents a month. You get custom emojis, plus you get debunks at least one day early, usually 2 days early. I try to have it out 2 days early for my members. Also, I now have a Patreon up. As soon as I get about 10 patrons, I will start putting stuff up over there. So you might want to check me out over there. And yeah, so tomorrow my brand new debunk will be out for members. So yeah. You have a good rest of your day and take care, and I will see you tomorrow for Atheist Church. Alrighty, bye.